What's up, Rare Moment fam? Happy Saturday. Welcome back to the show. I'm AG. This is Cole. We are the Rare Moment. Today, we are back with another NFL All-Day video telling you guys what we would do if we had $100 to spend on the marketplace currently right now. Really excited to get into it. I love balling on a budget. I know a lot of people don't have a lot of money to get into it here. So everyone's always asking, hey, if I only had 50 bucks, 100 bucks, what should I do? So we're going to answer that for you in today's video. Before we get into it here today, if you haven't already, smash that like button right now. Subscribe to the channel. Follow us on Twitter at The Rare Moment when you're on the go. Find us on Spotify. Comment section down below. Let us know what you guys would do with the $100. Let us know who's in your bag right now, what your favorite poll is. Let's talk some NFL. We'll have some discussions. With all that being said, let's get into it here today, Cole. You excited for this or what?
Let's go ahead and give the disclaimer real quick. None of this is financial advice. This is just our opinions. Please do your own research and make your own decisions on your own. Thank you.
Exactly. We're not spending your money for you. All right. So I'm going to go over to my list right now, and I'm going to run you through here what I would do with the $100 currently and why I would do it. So I'm going to start off at the top. What I'm looking for here with my money, for those of you guys who are familiar with NFL, maybe aren't, I'm looking at this for future, as I always do, as a collector. I'm not really the biggest short-term collector, although I do try to, flip profits when I can. But these are players that I would put in my bag, looking for flash challenges later on, looking for future utility that Dapper's going to add. So guys like Nick Chubb going for 15 bucks, Alvin Kamara. These guys have big days. They have 2 touchdown days. They have days where they're rushing for 120 yards and 2 touches. Those are guys that are going to
Kamara had 6 touchdowns one time.
Exactly. Those are guys that are going to be up in the challenges, that are going to be bumping and making us money. So over here, you can see the cost. You could see how many are left in packs. Cole and I have touched on that before. I know Cole's going to touch on that when he goes over his stuff a little bit more in depth. But obviously, they haven't released everything, so if you're going to buy right now, you're going to have to buy stuff with moments still left in packs, but it's just the way it is. Obviously, we do know as more moments get released, the prices of stuff goes down. So, if you guys want to wait a little bit more to purchase these things, feel free. Like I said, this isn't financial advice. Really like Gabriel Davis. My thought on him, 10 bucks is, Beasley's not going to be on that team forever. Emmanuel Sanders isn't going to be on that team forever. Who is going to be on that team for a long time is Josh Allen. So Josh Allen and Gabriel Davis, what looks like they're getting somewhat of a connection near the end of that season there. Gabriel Davis is lighting up. He gets re-signed another contract here. I mean, we could be seeing Josh Allen to Gabe Davis for a long time. That's just speculation on my part. Chase Claypool, same guy. Very young, doesn't have a quarterback out in Steelerville right now, but that guy's young. He's got a lot of talent. Juju Smith-Schuster is hurt all the time. Doesn't seem to ever wrap up a season. We all know Deontay Johnson sits on the opposite side of the ball as Chase Claypool. But for $10 in an all-day debut, for someone young, could get moved around to another team at some point. I really like that guy. He's got a lot of potential. DJ Moore is another player I'd buy for 11 bucks.
Love it.
Yeah, DJ Moore is a player that is just an absolute stud. He's 24 years old. He's coming into what seems to be a great career coming forward, maybe pushing the injuries away out of the, off to the side here. Yet to be determined of who his quarterback's going to be. That's what scares me about DJ Moore a little bit. And I know Cole could probably touch on that, but yeah, this guy's got tremendous talent. This guy could be 1,000+ receiver for the next 5-6 years, in my personal opinion. Could be someone lighting up the stat sheet.
Well, that's what makes the start of his career even more impressive to me, is just look at the quarterbacks he's been dealing with his first couple of years.
Right.
Not very impressive.
Yeah, exactly. Another wide receiver, Michael Pittman Jr., a little overshadowed by Jonathan Taylor. Obviously, Jonathan Taylor just had a tremendous season, but here's my opinion on that. Jonathan Taylor's not going to be rushing for 3,000 yards every season, guys. It's just not the way the NFL works. Yeah, maybe he has another good year, but who's to say Jonathan Taylor doesn't get hurt? And then what are they going to do? Nyheim Hines isn't happy in that. Michael Pittman receives the lion's share of targets on that team.
He's the number one for sure.
He's the number one. He's a guy that he's going to have a few weeks where he's probably in a flash challenge or so. So those are my kind of guys to watch out for. The market is cheap. I'm going with more of the approach of get as many players as you can in your bag. So I have a total of 9 players to pick up for $100. The last 3 players I have right here are what I call my retirement players. These are guys,
already.
you know how I do it. I always looking ahead to future. These are guys that aren't going to have many moments on the site that potentially last year's in the league coming up. Adrian Peterson, guy played in like 3 games last year, okay? He's got 1 moment on the site. How many more Adrian Peterson moments are we going to see on the site? My guess is not many at all. I mean, does he ever get signed again? Maybe. We'll see. T.Y. Hilton, another guy, twilight of his career, only has 1 more year left on his deal out in Indianapolis. Who's gonna sign T.Y. Hilton after this 1-year deal? My thought is nobody. He could potentially be retiring after this next year. Richard Sherman's my last guy that I would pick up. Hey, $6, Richard Sherman moment. He's a free agent. He's 33 years old. For a cornerback, that is old. For a cornerback in the league, your legs are tired. I mean, I've seen that guy get burned so many times in the last 2 years. He just doesn't got it as well as he used to anymore. He's a wily vet, but he doesn't got it. So my thought is retirement player. Maybe he doesn't get signed. He's a smart guy, Stanford graduate. He's got business to take care of elsewhere. So that's what my bag's looking like. If I had $100, that's how I would kind of spend it. I'd kind of load up. Yeah, I'd load up. And just players, honorable mentions real quick. Darnell Mooney. The only reason why I left him out right now is because he's got 8.7 thousand left in packs. Jared Cook, another retirement player. I mean, how many more years has this guy got left in the league? He's on his last 1-year deal with the Chargers. He's got 8K packs, and then I would have loved to throw Gronk in here. He's the $45 guy, and I mean, is he coming back in the league? He's a free agent, so I don't know what's going on with him. But
yeah, I saw the Bills might have been interested in signing him if he becomes a free agent.
Players to look out for. So that's what I would do with my bag. Let's go over to you, and I'm going to toss the floor over to you, and excited to see what you got cooking here for us today.
Yeah, so as you can see, when just a little bit more in depth with the categories here, my kind of approach was just looking after young studs here, guys who have a lot of potential to grow in this league. And really, right off the bat here, I want to point out, you can see the total that I have adds up to $102. So it went $2 over budget. But by the time this video comes out tomorrow, I mean, that's going to be less than 100. I mean, these prices continue to come down every single day. And obviously, with all of these numbers too, like you could probably wait on all of these guys that I'm going to be talking about, because you can just see at the far right, the total remaining. These are all big numbers, especially DeAndre Swift. So it's probably best not to buy these right now, but instead wait. So obviously, first up, I got my guy Cam. I got a freaking poster of him on my wall. So, I mean, that's my guy. Love him or hate him. Most people seem to hate him, unfortunately, because he's just such a big personality. But he should be, in my opinion, of course I'm biased, should be in the Hall of Fame. He's done.
Light him up in the comment section. Let's hear what you got to say about it.
He's had a tremendous career. He's set a ton of records for as far as like rushing stats go for quarterbacks. And he's got an MVP, doesn't have a championship.
So this is more like a retirement kind of play then, a little bit.
It could be, but this is, my Panther homerism coming out, because look how many more remaining for him, right? He's got over 5,800 more. He's at $9 right now.
He's in line with everybody else. Everyone else has got about 58, 4,500.
Yeah, so if he's coming down to $4 or $5, I mean, I'm going to scoop up 10 of these probably, at least. I mean, that's my guy. So moving on, number 2, Clyde Edwards-Helaire, 22 years old. He's on the Chiefs. Hasn't put together a full season yet. Just hasn't been able to really stay healthy. But when he's on the field, he's starting every game for the Chiefs.
Right.
And we know how explosive that offense can be. I mean, he could easily just back his way into 1,000 yards rushing and 500-600 yards receiving.
Yep.
I mean, he's a pretty talented player. He's a first-round pick for a reason. The Chiefs seem to like him.
I added one him to my bag the other day. I have 2 of them in my bag.
I mean, only $6 all-day debut. Of course, all of these are all-day debuts.
Take that all day.
So not too bad right there. Next up, going CD Lamb here. 22
Nice.
years old.
Love
I
it.
know AG likes this.
Yes, sir.
$26. I expect that to come down like the rest of these. Amari Cooper sounds like he's going to be released by the Cowboys, and the Cowboys are going to be choosing Michael Gallup over Amari Cooper, which would presumably make CD Lamb the new number one in that offense, a highly explosive offense. And
Whew.
you have a healthy Dak, a healthy CD Lamb. That's going to be pretty dangerous for possibly the next decade there in Dallas. I know
hope
AG
so.
wants to see that. So he's had a pretty good start to his career. Very young, explosive wide receiver, very fast. So he's got a lot of room to grow here. And then another, or on the same page here with you with the
Yeah.
Gabriel Davis call. Only 22 years old.
Yep. A lot of potential.
Isaiah McKenzie and Emmanuel Sanders are free agents for the Bills. Cole Beasley apparently is requesting a trade. So it's going to be Gabriel Davis and Stephon Diggs there as the top two receivers in Buffalo, assuming they don't draft one or sign somebody in free agency or make a trade.
Exactly.
And yeah, like you said, Gabriel Davis really came on in the end of that season last year. And I think he's starting to get a solid connection with Josh Allen, and only $10 could do a lot worse for that money. And then Darnell Mooney, 24 years old. Allen Robinson is a free agent. Darnell Mooney should be the number one of that offense in Chicago. If Justin Fields can come together in his sophomore season and put together a solid season, him and Darnell Mooney could be a nice quarterback wide receiver combo for Chicago for the next decade. Maybe, 8-9 years or whatever. Then DeAndre Swift, 23 years old, only $17. Of course, he has the most total remaining left. So I really expect that price to come down. The Lions really just need to stop effing off here and just give DeAndre Swift 80% of the touches, 90% of the touches. Because his rookie year, I believe he had like 47% of the touches, or 47% of snaps, and then like 67% of snaps last year. This guy's got so much talent, dude.
Keep the ball out of Goff's hands, number one.
Yeah, exactly. Just get the ball into DeAndre Swift's hands as much as possible, and you guys will be fine.
The only thing about Swift and, of course, your next pick, Barkley, is you got the injury prone.
Right,
That's
exactly.
the only thing with these guys.
Yeah. Saquon Barkley, 25 years old, has obviously had some injury history, but when healthy, a big if, he is very, very good. He made the Pro Bowl, was Offensive Rookie of the Year his first year. Only $14. I would bank on him making a nice comeback rather than just floundering out the rest of his career. He's just got too much talent, and I think he's got too much determination not to bounce back in a big way. And again, if he's healthy, he's going to be the focal point of that offense, as he should be.
I like your last pick here. I really like the last pick.
Jerry Jeudy, 22 years old, only $9. Wide receiver one on the Broncos offense. They've got a ton of young, great offensive weapons in Denver. If they can just find that quarterback, Teddy Two Gloves ain't the answer. Drew Lock ain't the answer. If they can get a legit starting quarterback in there, that offense is going to be dangerous, and Jerry Jeudy is going to be a problem.
A lot of scouts out there have come out and said point blank, that guy's got some of the best footwork in the league. So
yeah. And then
a lot of potential.
Just like AG, had a couple honorable mentions down here. I originally had Russell Wilson in here. He's going for $43, so a little less than half of the budget. And I wanted to get a little more moments in here. Didn't want to blow almost half the budget on one player. But Russell Wilson probably going to be a Hall of Famer when it's all said and done. Again, this price is going to come down. And then Jalen Hurts, 23 years old, hasn't had the greatest start to his career yet. He's only 23, though, and he's a starting quarterback for the Eagles. And he's got a lot of rushing upside. He can pass the ball more than people think, and he's got some offensive weapons there. Devonta Smith. He's got Miles Sanders, Dallas Goedert, just to name a few. So he's got a lot of potential, more than I think people think. So those are a couple of my honorable mentions there.
Devonta Smith is a rookie out there. We'll see what he does.
Yep, exactly. So,
I hate the Eagles, though. I mean, I hope they don't do anything. But
yeah, of course. Yeah, I figured you would hate that pick, but that's what I got.
Well, there you go. So I got 9 moments. You got 8 moments. This is what it's looking like here, guys. This is what how we'd kind of take the $100 and spend it here. Obviously, not financial advice. Obviously, we just told you, look out for the market because it's going to continue to drop. With week 17 packs dropping today. We're recording this on Friday, getting it out tomorrow. By the time we're done with this video and you guys even see this, these numbers are going to be lower than what they are. So,
and one thing too, we constantly preach the total remaining, total owned, as you guys could see from these sheets. We do want to head over to Evaluate Market real quick and show you guys, in case you are just new to the platforms and aren't quite sure where you can find the information. You can see it here for each individual moment. Right there, you can see where AG's mouse is, the total owned, total remaining, and total in circulation, along with the unique buyers. So
exactly.
or
So
unique owners.
yeah. So for any of these moments here, you could see, like, you just go and do your research. That's what Cole's telling you guys here. Go and do your research. This is where we find the total remaining. NFL All Day doesn't have that information on their site right now. So go to Evaluate Market, do some homework, see how much is remaining in each of these packs. And like you see DeAndre Swift, only 1,123 have been released. So that price is going to continue to go down.
Yep.
So
I'll be scooping a few of those.
Yeah. Might want to hold up there before going to purchase some DeAndre Swift. But yeah, go and do your homework. We always advise it. We'd love to hear what you guys would do with the $100 down there. Let us know how we did today. Let us know if you think our strategies are good or shit or what you guys think. So we love you guys. We appreciate you. I know you guys have been asking for this. So here it is. We hope you guys enjoy your weekend out there. You guys be safe. We'll be hitting you with some more content coming soon. As always, good luck collecting out there, guys. We'll see you in the next one. Peace.